Hello everyone, I am Amin. Welcome to BYK Book Summary. Here we decide the mindset and story of the world's most successful icon and the most powerful books that saved them. Our mission is to bring you deep insight, your personal growth, joining me to simplify this concept is my AI research co-host. Let's dive into today's journey of knowledge.
We're about to dive into one of the most powerful ideas ever conceived, an idea that was forged in, well, one of the darkest chapters in all of human history. It's all about the single greatest power we have as human beings, that freedom to choose how we respond, no matter what's happening around us. I want you to really sit with this question for a second. I mean, truly. When your name, your home, your family, your future, even the clothes you're wearing are just gone, what's left? A psychiatrist who lived through that exact nightmare actually found an answer. And that answer, wow, it didn't just create a whole new school of psychology. It also became essential, required reading for one of the sharpest investors of our time, Charlie Munger. And you have to ask, why? It's pretty simple, actually. If you want to master any system that involves people, you absolutely have to understand what drives us at our very core.
Now, to really feel the weight of this idea, we have to understand the man who discovered it, and, just as importantly, the world he was thrown into. His name was Viktor Frankl.
Frankl was, a total prodigy. He was born in Vienna and was so obsessed with the human mind that he started writing letters to Sigmund Freud when he was just a teenager. By his 30s, he was already building the foundation for his own unique school of thought. But then, in 1942, his life, his work, his entire world, it was all violently ripped apart. The concentration camps, they were the ultimate laboratory for human suffering. I mean, they were places designed specifically to strip people of their humanity, to reduce them to just their basic instincts. But Frankl, he observed this crucible, not just as a prisoner, but as a psychiatrist. He was constantly searching for that one variable that separated the people who endured from those who just gave up hope. And it was there, in the deepest, darkest pits of that despair, that he had this profound epiphany. Right in the middle of all that horror, he discovered a source of strength that his captors couldn't touch. No way. And here it is. This is the core insight. On a brutally cold march, with absolutely nothing left, Frankl forced himself to think about his wife. And in that moment, it hit him. His captors controlled the stimulus, the pain, the cold, the hunger, but they couldn't control his response. That space between those two things, that was his, and his alone. This, he realized, this was the last human freedom. This discovery became the absolute bedrock of his life's work, something he called logotherapy. See, unlike Freud, who was all about the pursuit of pleasure, Frankl argued that our most powerful drive as humans is our will to find meaning, our search for a purpose. Okay, so if our main drive is the search for meaning, how in the world do we find it? Well, Frankl didn't just leave us with some vague philosophical idea. Nope, he gave us a practical framework, and it's built on 3 very clear pillars.
What's so amazing here is how simple and elegant this is. First, you can find meaning in your work, by creating something, by contributing. Second, you can find it in love, by, experiencing the world's beauty or really truly connecting with another person. And third, and this one is the most radical, game-changing idea, you can find meaning in your suffering, by choosing your attitude towards a fate you simply cannot change.
Frankl quoted Nietzsche all the time, and this quote just nails the heart of logotherapy. A powerful why, a real sense of purpose, gives you the strength to get through almost anyhow, any hardship. This is exactly what he saw in the camps. The ones with a reason to live, a person they had to see again, a book they had to finish. They were the ones who were the most resilient. So, this brings us right back to our investor, Charlie Munger. Why on earth was this harrowing story of survival required reading for a master of the financial world? Well, the answer is incredibly strategic. Munger knew that if you really want to understand any human system, whether it's a company, a market, or even a simple negotiation, you have to understand the fundamental drivers of human behavior. And Frankl's work, it cuts right to the deepest driver of all, that search for meaning. This just lays out the business application perfectly. A culture built only on paychecks? It's fragile, it's transactional. But a culture built on a shared purpose? Now that's resilient. It becomes a magnet for the best talent, and it transforms a company from just a place to work into a genuine source of meaning.
So look, this isn't just some history lesson or a business case study. Frankl's insights are a direct personal tool for you to navigate your own life, especially when things get tough. So let's make this personal, right now.
Let's start with that first pillar, work. And hey, this isn't just about your job title. Take a moment. What project, what simple act of service, what part of your day are you genuinely contributing to? What value are you actually putting out into the world today?
All right, now for the second pillar, love. Think of this as a quick audit of your connections. Who in your life have you truly seen and listened to today? Where did you let yourself just be present and experience something beautiful, whether it was with another person, out in nature, or through art? And finally, we get to the most challenging one. Every single one of us is facing some kind of struggle we can't avoid. Go ahead and identify yours right now. You can't change the fact that it's there, but you have absolute power over your attitude towards it. Are you choosing bitterness, or are you choosing to find some kind of growth within that struggle?
So, this is it. This is the ultimate takeaway, the central principle Frankl gave us. Life gives us a stimulus, we produce a response. But in between the two, there is a space. That space is where our freedom is. It's where we find our power, our growth, and our meaning. The only question left is, what are you going to build in that space?
So, friends, those were the powerful insight that can truly transform your life. Remember, growth doesn't come from the just listening, but from applying this lesson. If you want to get 1% better every day, make sure to subscribe and follow BYK Book Summary. I am Amin, and I will see you in the next episode with another incredible story. Until then, read more, think deeper, and live with meaning.